Welcome back to the channel. I'm Austin and that's Jonathan, and we are Fandom Fix. And today we're going to be talking about Shrek 5. Now, Shrek obviously has a massive legacy. We grew up with the original movies. They're so amazing. And the fact that another one's coming out honestly just feels like Hollywood is just trying to, oversaturate the market with sequels and sequels and sequels. And Jonathan, I know you haven't seen this announcement teaser trailer, so we're going to watch it and just talk about, does this movie look like it's going to live up to those original movies? And so just like Ogres, this video is going to have a lot of layers to it. So Jonathan, let's jump in.
Let's do it.
Hey, Magic Mirror, who's the fairest of them all?
Why, Shrek, of course.
Ah!
Ew, Dad.
Ooh, Mommy like.
Who's making this stuff?
Not me.
Whoa! Shrek 5, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and Zendaya? Oh, damn. Only in theaters, Christmas 2026.
All right, Jonathan. So what are your initial thoughts with this?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, they obviously are trying to draw attention. I mean, it was less than 30 seconds. They're trying to put their best foot forward. They're drawing in all the great people. The Magic Mirror, Shrek, Fiona, and I guess that's the daughter who is now played by Zendaya. I see. She's fairly beloved in the world right now. So, yeah, I mean, Donkey is in there. I think I could see a little bit different. I know we were talking about there's a slightly different art style maybe, and I could see that a little bit. I don't hate it. I mean, we'll see how the comedy is. Hopefully, they're not trying too hard to be overly funny or trying to make silly jokes that just turn out being a little bit stupid. I think that sometimes can tend to happen with some of these movies. They just kind of try too hard, and that's easy to see from the viewer standpoint. So hopefully they come up with something original. I mean, this kind of keeps me intrigued. I'll keep watching, look out for the next trailer, and kind of make a decision. I know my daughter is a big Shrek fan, and so I'm kind of intrigued. Like you said, we grew up with the movies, so I don't hate it, but I'm curious to see more.
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously, like, hearing the voices again is incredible. It takes you back to that, and there's really not a lot of stuff to go off of here, but just with the kind of the Magic Mirror showing like TikTok videos and that kind of thing, like obviously they're trying to be modern, and I think, like, will that hurt them to try to be too modern? Are they going to, like, are those jokes going to land like you mentioned? Because the stuff that made the original so great is that it was like, it was for kids, but also it's for adults because it was a little edgy, and it was fairy tales, but it was like twist on those. And so, like, are they actually going to be able to have that originality with these new movies? Because, a lot of older, like, newer cartoons, like, don't really have that originality. It's just like product placement with product placement, and like they're just trying to slap things on there that they know will make money, but it's like, is it actually a good movie? Because those original movies just had so much like wit to them, and that's what I loved about them.
Yeah, I agree. The original movies did have, I mean, it had kind of the whole package. There was some fun stuff that like only kids would notice, and then some stuff that adults would notice. I'm kind of curious what the audience that they're going for is, because you can kind of see a little bit of comedy, but I think adults now who grew up with this would be like, this seems a little silly. Like, this is, at least the original Shrek had some like merit to it, and some, like the shows and movies that used to have some sort of meaning and like an actual plot to it with some sort of substance, instead of just like trying to make funny joke, quick joke here, laugh at this kind of thing. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the animation style is getting a lot of slack online, and honestly, it kind of took me by surprise, or like caught me off guard a little bit when I first saw the trailer, because like it doesn't, like, not that the animation's bad, but it's just not Shrek animation. It seems more like a modern DreamWorks animation. It reminded me a lot of that movie, The Croods. I don't know if you ever saw it, of like the caveman. Like, the animation is very similar to that, which was also done by DreamWorks. But Shrek always had a very like, it was animated, but it was also very like kind of real world gritty-ish. Like Shrek actually looked more kind of like not polished animation, but kind of like rough, like around the edges. And it was like, in the time when 3D animation was like really big and like getting big. But like Donkey looks really weird in this trailer, in my opinion. Like, he doesn't look like the Donkey from the other movies. And Fiona and Shrek like have a like obviously it's the character design, but it's like slightly different. So like obviously at the end of the day, the performances is what's going to sell. But the animation kind of threw me off a little bit, so I don't know exactly what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm. It's not like I love when people change the animation or change art styles and sequels and stuff, but it didn't seem like that big of a difference to really throw me off. So I'm curious if they'll like they'll make big differences in some of the other characters, but that part didn't seem to really bother me.
Yeah. Well, we can only wait to see with more, story details that come out later, a bigger trailer that come out. Obviously, this movie's going to get a lot of slack just because it is, a sequel, a fifth sequel to something so beloved. Hollywood, is kind of running out of ideas here. So I'm really curious to see, where this is going to go overall. So we would love to know what you think out there about this trailer. Are you excited about another Shrek movie? Do you think bringing back these characters is going to land, or do you think it's just going to fall short? Do you think, kids are actually going to love this, or do you think the studio is just picking at straws at this point? But we would love to know. So let us know what you think of this trailer. Like this video, subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video from us talking about just all the new trailers coming out, all the new movies, TV shows, all the corners of the fandom that you like. But until next time, we'll see you in the next video.